Enjoy this free preview from My Outdoor TV. With the largest library of outdoor shows, we're the home of the adventurous, the champions, the legends. My Outdoor TV. Try us free.
I'd like to get a rest. Don't move along that. No, you can't do that. Okay, you're gonna have to shoot now. You heard that. Oh man, oh man. Shoot him.
My father taught me the importance of family and hunting. As I look around, so many memories, so many stories to tell. Every animal has a story. The highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the joys of success and the hurt of failure, the hope and the despair. That's an ancient Saskatchewan buck. Did you see that? I've been hunting for over 40 years now, and we're just getting started. Hi, I'm Jim Shockey, and welcome to the show. I started guiding black bears on Vancouver Island 34 years ago, and since then I've seen a lot of changes in this world. I mean, look at the equipment. My Christensen Arms has a carbon fiber barrel. I never even heard of that back then. Global warming. I actually believe it today. But some things haven't changed at all, and that's the quality of the bear hunting in our Pacific Rim outfitting territory on Vancouver Island. Well, I have two really famous people from the hunting world, Steve Hornady and Jason Hornady. They're here hunting bears with me. I've been doing this now for this is my 27th year of being outfitter up in this area. And I've seldom felt the pressure like I do right now. I guided the 350 bears for clients and outfitted for over 2,000. And it comes down to this. And loving every second of it. Doesn't get any better. This is how you prove your worth. Where's Will Primos right now? He's, you know, if somebody would just invent something that
you could use for a shooting stick when you're out.
Yeah.
Why, hell, that's a hell of an idea, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't see anything along this road. There's not one fresh break. They'll come up here like nothing and make a loop around and back down. And that'll be, feeding down there and then looking for a sow because the breeding season's started now. But I don't see any sign that says he's using this regularly up here at all. But there should be, I would say, at least 2 bears working that grass flat. But, the thing is, if we go down there, we just got to believe that there's a bear because we didn't see one today. Because if we sat here long enough, I think we would. But I believe there's a bear down there. But it would be nice to have, like, consensus. Who else believes there's a bear down there?
I don't have a choice. I just have to vote my hand.
What kind of a vote is this?
Do you know how many bears we have in Nebraska? None. So we don't know anything about them.
But I want to have comrades in case there isn't one, so I can. Well, Christian said there was a bear too, not just me. Not doing too well. Can't seem to find a bear. In fact, I don't know that this isn't the worst single day of bear guiding that I've ever done.
Jim Shockey's Hunting Adventures is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Yeti, built for the wild. Loopold, American to the core. Christensen Arms, the choice of Jim Shockey. Thompson Center Arms and Bowtech.
Moenie weggaan nie, ons is nou weer terug met Jim Shockey's Outdoor Adventures in sy 10de series van hierdie jaar.
That's way too good. That's terrible. Do it in French.
Merci, s'il vous plaît.
Closed captioning brought to you by Argo. Go hunt, go fish, go play. Argo, go anywhere.
It's time for SCI's Outfitter Chronicles. This week, we're going to look at the most dangerous bears in the world.
Outfitter Chronicles, brought to you by SCI, first for hunters.
If you put 10 hunters in a room and ask them, what is the most dangerous bear in the world? I suspect you'd get 3 answers, maybe 4. The maybe 4 would be the black bear. A lot of people are killed by black bears every year in North America, but they're not considered to be the most dangerous, in my opinion, and most people's opinion. Second, you'd have the polar bear. Polar bears are known to be man killers. Look at that. That's a mother polar bear and 2 cubs. Unbelievably beautiful, stark. Nothing out here except the polar bear and her 2 cubs. I suspect the second highest number of votes would go to the brown bear. The brown bear is ubiquitous across the northern hemisphere. You find it in Europe, you find it in Asia, the Kamchatka brown bear we've all heard about, and of course up on Kodiak Island and the west coast of Alaska. We totally just bumped into a huge Kamchatka brown bear while we were looking for sheep. He pegged us, and that can go either way out here. He didn't think about eating us, which is nice. But the brown bear would be second most dangerous for a good reason, and that's because number 1 spot is held by the grizzly bear. Without doubt, the grizzly bear is the most dangerous bear in the world. Don't jerk the trigger. Okay, there you go. Right through the shoulder. Yeah. Good shot. Reload, reload, reload. Holy smokes. Take the put the safety on. That was crazy. That was crazy. I've been waiting for that opportunity to get the cameraman. Come on, let's go see your bear. He's just huge. He was aggressive. He was coming. He saw us and came down. Look at the size of him. Holy crimey and a half. He's huge. He's absolutely huge. He's gigantic. Our hunting adventure shows I've been on the air for 17 years now, and from the very start, I said this: if you're a hunter, you should be a member of SCI. Now, back to the show. I'm thinking about going back to where we explored yesterday, where I went last year, had a great big giant bear. My client had canceled, so I had a day, so I went down and found a giant bear. Hadn't been there in 15 years, something like that. I've had that in the back of my mind for an entire year, that big giant bear. So he should be there still. He'll be a year older, a year bigger. We'll see.
You would think, from what you see here, that this would be just, well, first of all, I'm not a bear, but I mean, when I look down in there, it would seem to me that there'd be plenty of undergrowth and brush and stuff that they'd just be noshing away on.
I mean, they could be bedded in that stuff. You wouldn't see them until they get up and start moving around.
Yeah.
But during the breeding season, which starts now, you know, those big guys, they'll come up and they'll start moving, looking.
Right.
And then we catch them on these open areas. It's prime time. So our bear that we found this morning, or the sign, all the broken branches, that's our best odds right now. So we're going to go back there and hope the wind's right and make a hike and bump into them and then eat like kings. Celebrate, be happy, pressure off. Aren't I great? Legend is born. What are you laughing about? So this bear, what he does, he stands, he rubs his back like this, he goes like this, and he bites, and then he pulls a tree down with his arm. That's what they do. They just pull it down and they just, right? And then they drop down and they just wah. It's awesome to see when they display. But this is a big bear.
Yeah.
Absolutely 100% for sure over 7 feet squared. And it'll be close to 20 inches in the skull, somewhere in there. But it'll be 12 to 15 years old living in this spot. It's not a little bear. Something's wrong with it. It's got a back. Get a rest right on that. I can't tell if it's a boar or a sow, but it's injured on its back leg for sure. So if you want to take it, take it.
You tell me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stop, baby.
No. There's something wrong with its back leg, and I don't know what.
I don't have a shot.
No, not now. He just walked like a big boar. Just see him way his walk, just walking wide. Everybody getting to watch on TV is probably saying, "What a dummy! Why didn't he call it right off the bat?" But it's hard when you're here and looking at him, and from that angle, oh well. This week's Stealth Cam video of the week was submitted by Chris Duncan. Chris, do you need a new friend? I'm here for you, big guy. DM me anytime. I promise I'll answer. I can't even count the number of points on that big whitetail. Please, 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 please. Quiet Cat electric bike is the ultimate hunting machine. You can buy one starting at $75 a month. A list of dealers is on the Quiet Cat website. This is a game changer. I love pimping out my gun. I'm sorry. The NASCAR guys look super cool. The fishing guys look super cool. So I want to look super cool. It's warmed up above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the magic number for these bears to move. If it's below that, they won't move at all. It's a low tide. Probably was low an hour ago, starting to come in now. But I think we have enough time, if we go kind of quick, to go check and do something different. Christian spotted a bear already. 1,000 yards down the beach, and it's a small one from what it looks like. But at this time of year, because it's the rut, a small one could be a female, and there could be a big boar following that female if it's a female. I think it's a boar. It just came out of the timber. Super cool. That's exactly what we're hoping would happen. There it is. When you get two bears that are together like that, the options are it's a sibling pair that were kicked away from their mother last year and they're still together, or even this year, but they're too big for that. And there's too much of a disparity in their size. So that brings in the second two options, which it's a boar and a sow, and it's a breeding season, or a sow and a big cub. I'm pretty sure it's a boar and a sow, but they're not breeding, so I think the boar's not that big, not that old, maybe 6.5 years old. You know, we'd like to get something that's 10, 12 years old. I think we can do better somewhere else. We're going to move. So back to the truck, back to our usual look, miles, look, miles. It's almost 5 o'clock, so starting prime time, last day.
It is kind of the fourth quarter.
This will be the fourth quarter, last, I'd say quarter of the fourth quarter. but the temperature is 62 now. We've had crappy, ugly weather for the whole time you've been here. Tonight, we don't have that. So the bears will be coming out onto the roads 100%. They will be coming out this evening. I don't know what time, but we're going to be out here when they do. Hold the little female. See her face, how old that is?
A little gray around the eyes.
Yeah, 100% female. Yeah, gray around her muzzle.
Where's her boyfriend?
I don't know, that's what I'm hoping to show up. What the heck? I'm supposed to be this like expert guide, and the first client I've ever not got a bear for. Why you? Why?
I don't know, but aren't you lucky?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Yeah.
It works.
If that's luck, then I really don't want to see bad luck.
Jim Shockey's Hunting Adventures is brought to you by Hornady. Accurate, deadly, dependable. Primos, speak the language. Stealth Cam, proven quality, reliability, performance, proven. SCI, first for hunters. Bookyourhunt.com, fair chase, fair price. And by Sightlight, there is no comparison.
Day one, Rick's in the truck. Beautiful day, probably the nicest day we've had. Everything, all the stars are lined up, planets, like literally it's a big line of them right up towards the sun. So we can't go wrong today.
Yeah, famous last words.
Touch wood. Let's go for a hike. I know there's a bear working this road. I found the sign about 5 days ago. In fact, we bumped him, but just a rough bump. I barely got a glimpse of him. So. I've only seen one other road where I know there's a bear working as seriously as this bear is working this stretch of road. So this bear is going to be back on this road at some time today. I don't know when. That tree. They could be, right against the timber line, eh? They feed out on this stuff. No. Just go right there. Just you go there. Just watch. Don't leave me alone. No, you can't do that. Okay, you're gonna have to shoot now. You heard that. Oh man. Third. Shoot him. Great shot. Holy cow. You got him with a muzzleloader. I was hoping to have way more time to really judge, but as soon as I saw him in the first place, I said, that's a big bear. I can't believe it. I just went 5 days, totally sucked at guiding. Couldn't find anything. Well, we did. We got a couple chances, but
Thank you.
first day. Oh, gee, that's awesome. I'm so excited. My last hunter that I'll ever guide. That was
That was the deal.
That's kind of sad for me. I've guided 352 bears
Have you really?
myself. We've outfitted over 2,000. If he turns around and comes at me, you make sure you do it. No, I knew he was long gone. He's down in a hole right now, but now I'm 100% sure he's a big boar.
Thank you. Just a high long shot then.
He's a beauty. Look at him. He's gorgeous. Look at that. Like he's a big bear. He'll be right at 7 feet. A legit 7-foot square bear. And that's no guff. Smile. Every ounce of meat comes out. Ribs, entire rib cage, lungs. No, that's my lungs that came up. And my lunch. We got it.
This meat goes to the different people. People like getting pepperoni and sausage made out of it. In our local Fish and Game Club in Nanaimo, we have a wild game banquet, and a bunch of it goes there for meatballs. We call them bear balls, and they're pretty popular. And then there's other individuals in town that they utilize it, and it all gets used.
If you ever think that you might want to go after one of the big bears on Vancouver Island, give us a call. I've been outfitting there now for almost 30 years. It's actually what I do for a living. I'm not a television personality, I'm actually an outfitter. Hopefully I'll see you up on Vancouver Island. Now, don't go away, we've got the Bass Pro Cabela's preview of next week's show coming right up. It's time for the Bass Pro Cabela's preview of next week's hunting adventure up to our Rogue River outfitting territory in the Yukon. We're going after the mighty Alaskan Yukon moose. That was fun.
Awesome.
I haven't used a rifle since I was probably 16 years old on a moose.
Well, we just made history then.
If you want to book a moose hunt with us up in our Rogue River outfitting territory or a black bear hunt with us on Vancouver Island, we have spots available right now. Just email me at hunt@jimshockey.com or call us on our toll-free number.